Is there a fire?
The building collapsed.
Captain, hey, the Champlain Towers, the building, it collapsed.
In the long arc of our people's story, much has collapsed, fallen apart, and broken down. Worlds have been lost, hopes dashed. And we have searched and searched, through the debris of tragedy, through the ashes of confusion. We have searched for meaning, for life, for solace, and for closure. It is one of the mysteries of our story. Somehow, out of the rubble, there grows a seed of beauty and compassion, of resilience and wisdom, of empathy and kindness, a seed of hope renewed. Tonight, we pay tribute to the remarkable strength of our people. It is a story told in 3 acts. The agony of the survivors and of the families of those who have perished is incomprehensible. Yet, in their grief, they have done astonishing things, creating a national network of trauma therapists dedicated to treating first responders and victims.
He has started a foundation, the Phoenix Life Project. The idea came to him after attending the Medal of Valor ceremony the fire department held for the first responders who rescued his son.
Rediscovering their roots through the miraculous recovery of a 60-year-old tallit and tefillin.
First responders rescued Steve, seen here from his 7th-floor condo where he lived for 20 years. He thought he lost everything until investigators made a shocking discovery, finding his prayer shawl and tefillin that he wore at his bar mitzvah when he was a boy.
So you talk about a message, from God, being spared, kind of like just turned my life around.
The son of Holocaust survivors, Steve started going to temple every morning.
Traveling across the world to thank first responders in person.
As I am grieving my profound loss, what has given me strength throughout this past year is people that were there for me during the loss, this tragic loss.
And taking up the sacred task of memory, honoring the legacies of their loved ones with acts of kindness and by building life anew. They are paragons of courage. As the world was paralyzed in horror, the Shul of Bal Harbour, the thriving epicenter of Jewish life in South Florida, shined a beacon of light to the Surfside community. Overnight, the Shul was transformed into a relief center for survivors and family members.
As the search continues for at least 99 people unaccounted for, there are several others who were pulled from that building and are now displaced. We're also seeing an abundance of help coming from the Jewish community.
People helping other people they'd never even met.
At the helm of the operations stood Rabbi Sholom Lipsker and his wife, Rebbetzin Chani Lipsker, alongside tens of Chabad emissaries in the area.
There's a lot of people unaccounted for, a lot of people. As I said to many people, one is more than a lot. One is a whole world. So you have a lot of worlds.
Projecting an aura of pragmatism and deep faith, Rabbi Lipsker counseled his community and led with strength and compassion. Leaping into action and giving without limits, the Surfside and worldwide Jewish community revealed a core truth, that every Jew is family.
The outpouring of caring, empathy, love from the community has been unprecedented on any level.
On Sunday morning, 15 members of the Israel Defense Forces Home Front Command arrived in Miami. What to the untrained eye was a pile of rubble, to the IDF was a building in puzzle form. And each piece, whether a stone column or crushed family heirloom, pointed them toward where a victim might be found. Painstakingly, they reunited families with their loved ones, giving them a sliver of closure and solace.
I can say that we work quickly, we work accurately, and we work with a lot of dignity and respect to all the people that we find.
Our brothers and sisters from the Holy Land were a dependable source of comfort, expertise, and calm for the families throughout the fraught ordeal of search and recovery, reminding us that the Jewish family has no borders. We are honored and humbled to host 3 representatives of the Surfside story at this year's National Jewish Retreat. Judy Speigal, a blessed memory, was a trailblazing philanthropist, beloved grandmother, and a passionate supporter of Israel and the Jewish people. Join us in welcoming her husband, who has become a public voice of memory, representing the victims and their families, Kevin Speigal. At the heart of the Jewish community's relief efforts was the Shul of Bal Harbour. Join us in welcoming a representative of the many Chabad emissaries of South Florida who devoted themselves to the well-being of those affected by the tragedy, Rabbi Sholom Ber Lipsker. The IDF's Homefront Command gained national renown for their selfless efforts on behalf of the Surfside families. Please join us in welcoming the leader and commander of the IDF's Homefront Command, Colonel Golan Vach.
I'm standing here with Kevin, and we overwent a year, 14 months together, and we are a family. I wanted to say that Kevin for me is an example for the words Am Yisrael Chai.
This has been the most difficult year of my life. My wife, Judith Ann Speigal of blessed memory, Yehudit Bas Mordechai, was killed in the Surfside Towers. 14 months later, there has been a glimmering of mitzvot and good things that has happened. There was so many wonderful people that we touched their lives over the year, and they came back to touch ours. Our family also decided it was very important for us to go to Israel with everybody and thank the IDF, because what they did for us and this community was remarkable.
Good evening, National Jewish Retreat. I'm Daniela Levine-Cava, the mayor of Miami-Dade County. I'm the first woman mayor of the county and the first Jewish mayor. Yes, it's been 14 months, and I was there every day, every morning, every night, and will be forever changed by the experience. That was 98 souls that we lost. One of the most important takeaways was that the whole world cared. The whole world was watching, and I felt that in the prayers every single day.
Abba,